Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam pangam langayate girim yat kripatamaham vande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Vishnu. Hare Krishna. I would like to welcome all of you for our study of Sri Bhagavad Gita. So yesterday we were discussing very beautiful verses, verse number 14 and 15, if all of you remember. So we were discussing about how to tolerate, right? How to tolerate the happiness and how to tolerate the distress. It's a very interesting topic. Okay, so now what we discussed, anybody remembers, in the sense at least some essence of it? Yeah, who would like to say? Vidya Mataji would like to go? Yeah.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes.
Hare Krishna. As a Kshatriya, first thing, Arjuna cannot skip fighting the war. He should continue to fight the war without any second thoughts about it. And mm, one minute.
Yes.
They also glorified him as two names with the name Kaunteya as well as with the name Bharata. Kaunteya means mother side is son of Kunti Maharani, so that heritage also they spoke, and father side heritage also they
Prashasa.
glorified. Father side is also greatness is there.
Hmm.
So
So
from both the
who is saying this?
side, Krishna Paramatma.
Okay. Huh? Krishna is telling. Krishna is speaking to Arjuna.
Bhagavan is
Yeah.
telling, Bhagavan says that he's
Yeah.
having great blood relationship from mother side also, from father side also. So
You
that
have
should
no
have,
choice. You have
yes,
no.
that so great heritage he is bringing. So
Hmm.
his responsibilities is to fight. Then
Right. Right.
for
Yeah.
getting liberated, we should be neutral and we should tolerate, like how the seasons changes from summer to winter, like how cold and hot we are accepting. We should also accept in whenever we are having joy and distress, when happiness and distress comes in, we should not lament. We should not go overjoyed when joy comes, and we should not be very sad when any dukkam when any sorrow comes in our place. And for a person to be in this state of mind, he should have control in sense.
Okay.
uh,
We spoke about something else also, right?
yes,
Vishnu.
about three shelters of Pandava: Vipra, Dharma, and Achyuta, which is equivalent to three B's: Brahmins and Bhakti and Bhagavan. So if we take shelter in
Devotees.
yes, in devotees,
Yeah. Vipra means actually Brahmana, the actual literal meaning, but we were equating to Bhaktas. So we said
Bhaktas,
three B's. Yeah. Devotees
that
basically. Yeah.
devotees, yes. Okay, not Brahmins. Okay, Dharma, duty, and Bhakti.
So Dharma is
Right,
what?
Prabhu?
Paro Dharma, which is Bhakti.
And
And
Achyuta, Krishna, Bhagavan.
Achyuta is Krishna. So
Yes,
three B's:
yes,
Bhagavan, and Bhakta means devotees. Bhagavan is Krishna, and Bhakti is the process, which is Parodharma. So three
yes,
B's.
yes. And today we are going to discuss the aspects of how we will tolerate distress.
Oh, you remember that also, which I said.
Wait.
Okay, fine, good.
Hare
So
Krishna.
should I continue
Yes,
with the same discussion?
yes, Prabhu.
Okay,
We want to know distress
yeah.
only more than joy.
Yeah. So already we spoke about some solution yesterday. Three B's. That's the solution basically, right? Taking shelter of Krishna completely, taking shelter of, or be with always with the devotees who are like-minded. Like-minded means who are interested in bhakti, who are very serious and sincere in bhakti. Be with them, associate with them, inspire, get inspiration from them, give inspiration to them. Like it's a mutually, it's like a union. So Prabhupada always says when devotees all come together, then it will be very strong, in the sense that that association will be very strong, and that unity is required. Because in the spiritual world everything is happening, there is no individual. It's not that people are individually dealing with Krishna, with all devotees, with groups only. There will be many devotees, so we will be working together. So all the teamwork and whatever we study or we see in this world, it's all coming from the spiritual world, by the way. The actual teamwork is in the spiritual world. All of them are busy in cooperating with each other. They are cooperating each other to serve Radha and Krishna, to serve Krishna. And that is the actual cooperation. Here when it comes, it's a perverted reflection of it actually. We say teamwork and all. We need teamwork to be a successful, anything we take in this material world to become success, we need a teamwork. If you see, take the, if you ask Harish Prabhu, he will say, yeah, it's a teamwork. All the people should come together. As a project manager, he can say that. So teamwork is very important. People all should come together without, because the goal is same. We have to meet the target, and they all work together cooperatively so that we will achieve the target before time. Similarly, we also as devotees, we should all come together. Our target is Krishna. Our goal is Krishna. So when we come together, keeping Krishna as the center, Krishna as the goal of our life, then it's like cooperating each other because there will be difference of opinion everywhere. There will be, because we are not pure devotees yet. We are in the practice only, right? So we are yet to become pure. So definitely there will be difference of opinion and ego clashes. Everything will be there. But despite of all these differences, we have a similarity, which is the goal. So keeping Krishna in the center, keeping Krishna as our goal of life, all of us should cooperate each other and come together, and with that cooperation Krishna will like. There in the 4th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, there is a beautiful pastime of prachetas. Prachetas are some pure devotees. So prachetas, they are actually 10, not 10, thousands of, devotees, actually son of one Maharaj. So all of them, what they are doing, they are thousands. I think 10,000. They all completely left everything, because they are the sons of a king, and they can rule the kingdom, everything. They have everything, but they are leaving everything and going to the forest for spiritual elevation, in the sense for doing bhajan by the instruction of Narada Muni actually. So they are going, and what they are doing is that they are cooperatively, they are all coming together, prachetas, they are all cooperatively, with cooperation, with supporting each other, they did bhajan. All of them, all the 10,000. And what happened is that after that, and Lord Shiva also came in between. Lord Shiva instructed them what to be done, what prayers you should chant, how you should glorify Vishnu. So Lord Shiva is a pure devotee of Krishna, and he told how to meditate on Krishna. And then Lord Shiva, there is a beautiful section wherein Lord Shiva is glorifying Lord, our Shiva is glorifying Vishnu, and then he said, told the prachetas, this is what you should do. You should do bhajan, you should do meditation, or we can say you should do bhajan of Vishnu. Then he told what are the prayers also required, what are the mantras you should chant. And following the instructions of Lord Shiva, who is the best devotee, one of the best devotee of Krishna, following the instructions, these prachetas, all of them cooperatively were doing bhakti or doing meditation on Bhagavan. Then what happened after that? After some time, he is giving darshan. Lord Vishnu is coming to them and giving darshan and telling prachetas that there is a beautiful verse in Bhagavatam. He says, Krishna says, or Vishnu says, saying that I'm very much pleased to see that all of you cooperatively, all of you came together and cooperatively supported each other, and cooperatively you were meditating on me, doing bhakti, you are doing devotional service with all of you came together with unity. So I am very happy to see this unity. So I am going to bless you profusely. Ask me whatever benediction you need. This is what Vishnu is asking. Vishnu is telling to them, you ask me any benediction, I am ready to give, because I am very happy to see all of you, with unity, all of you did this, this bhajan. So from that also, Krishna, we can understand Krishna is also looking to, he also wanted to see that all of us are coming together and doing it. So the point is that we should take shelter of bhaktas. We need bhaktas. So bhaktas, different categories are there. Pure devotees. Pure devotees means already they are pure devotees. Like Srila Prabhupada is there, our acharyas are there, our guru varga, all the gurus who we have, all of them are pure devotees. And there are devotees like us, all of us, we are practicing devotees. We are not yet pure, but we are in the process, like that. So we have to take, we have to associate with pure devotees and also with our, our own level devotees also. But it's very easy to cooperate with the pure devotees, or those who are elevated. We always will have some respect to them. We always see them as our superior, and there is no ego clash generally with the elevated soul. Generally, if a guru is coming, a sannyasi guru is coming, we all of us naturally will give respect, and we will never feel any ego with them, because we know that we are accepted that they are in an elevated position. But when it comes to our own level, like all of us, when all of us come together, then there will be ego clashes, because with equals it is difficult to cooperate. Then there will be ego, then there will be some kind of envy between each other and all. So this will be there not only in the material world, not only in the corporate world. Corporate world, there are so many problems like this. In every company, every office, we see that envy and jealous and pulling the legs. I want to become the manager, you go down, and so many things. So same, maybe in a different flavor we will see even in the devotee circle also. The reason is that we are all in the process of purification only. We are not yet pure, but it will not be that much cheap like in what is happening in the corporate world. In the corporate world, it can go to any extent, to pull down somebody. But here, it will be not in that extent, but still we may see some difference of opinion. Why I am saying this is that we should not expect that everything will be perfect. That is very difficult, to be very frank, in this material world. When we keep big expectation that, because sometimes it happens, maybe not intentionally we may be doing something. For example, if we are all friends like that, and we talk each other, we are nicely, and we are making fun of each other. For example, I'm telling. So if I'm making fun of somebody, if they are not liking it, they may take it personal. In front of everybody, you made me, you said that. Maybe that's a devotee circle, we know each other, we have that freedom, but some ego clash is there, then something, did not like, and it can make a big problem also. So the point is that in such cases we have to come forward and discuss with each other and solve the problem. It's not then keeping in the mind and then that problem increases, and we don't talk to that person. These things will happen also here. So we have to be really careful. Our goal we should not forget. So even some differences of opinions may come, we have to forget that differences and remember our goal and what are the similarities we have. All of us are chanting Hare Krishna, all of us are worshipping the same Lord Krishna, all of us, our goal of life is Krishna. So there are so many similarities which we can think and we can work on it. We should work on that, the positive things, not on the negative things. So like that. So unity, cooperation is very important. So we have to deal with the superior devotees. Also we have to deal with our equal, the devotees who are in our equal status, and we should be good. We should, behave properly in all the categories of devotees. Even somebody coming new, for example, we become now 5 years in this practice of Krishna consciousness. Somebody new is coming to our class or to our satsang. So we should deal with them also nicely. new also. To new, to the equals, to the superiors. All the three levels we should deal nicely. The dealings, the way of dealing will be different. That is true, of course, because to the superiors we will be having more kind of respectful nature, or even you can say that will be the communication and nature of dealings will be with more respect. With the equals will be like a friendship mode, and maybe for the juniors like it will like a guide or teacher or somebody like that, or a brotherly or sisterly kind of different kind of dealings. But the thing is that dealings will be little bit different, but underlining point is that we have to be good with everybody. So the point is that we should not harm anybody, hurt anybody. Even if somebody is doing bad also, we should try to tolerate it as much as possible. If it is not, we tolerate in the sense not to see them as our enemy. That's not good. Krishna doesn't have any enemy, by the way. Even Hiranyakashipu is not an enemy for Krishna. For Hiranyakashipu, Krishna is an enemy. That's his problem, not Krishna's problem. For Krishna, no enemies. Samoham sarva bhudeshu. He is equal to everybody. Suhurdam sarva bhudanam. He is suhurta. He is friend to equal, friend to all living entities, which includes the demons also, which includes Rakshasas also. He doesn't have any kind of ill feeling with anybody. But that person will have. We can't help. So we should not be like demons. We should not be like Hiranyakashipu or Shishupala, who is envying and angry and harming somebody, having that attitude. So that doesn't mean that we have to embrace the fire. If it is fire, we can stay away. In a respectable distance, we can stay back, but not to hurt or not to harm, not to criticize that. If we don't want to go to fire, why we can stay back, right? We don't have to go and embrace it. No need to embrace, but in a respectable distance we can stay and give proper whatever is required to be done, we can do. So in that way. So that attitude is very important. So second B we discussed. Third B is bhakti. That's the only process. That's the only process which we can, which will purify us and which will definitely help us to tolerate any kind of situation. So that's about 3 B's. So what we discussed is yesterday's continuation only. Okay, so now I was telling that for the reversals, how we should deal with the reversals specifically. So Shastra says different points in this regard. Our Acharyas also explains this. So first point is that we should remember, the first point we can remember when we get reversals in our life is that these reversals are happening or actually because of my own past karma. This is the first understanding. We should think in that way, because we have done so many papas, so many sins in this life, in our previous life, and all the lives. How many lives we have? How many? We don't know. Billions and billions of lives. We have done so many misdeeds. We have done so many mistakes. We have done so many sins. So there is going to be reaction for that. For each and every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. That's the universal principle. So definitely, if you have done some sins, we will be going through the reactions, no doubt about it. There is a story in our Dhritarashtra. Let's take the example of Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra, he was blind. All of us know, right? He was blind. And he had 100 sons also. So it is mentioned in the Puranas, the back history of Dhritarashtra, how he became blind. So Dhritarashtra in his previous life, in not his just one life before, I think 100 lives before. 100 lives before, he was a hunter. He was a hunter. And he used to, hunter, what he does, hunter hunts the animals, right? So one day when he was hunting some birds. So what he did is that he was hunting a bird, one mother bird in the nest, and there were so many eggs also. The bird was hatching so many eggs during that time. So what he did is that he shot an arrow actually. He shot an arrow, and what happened is that that mother bird lost the eyes actually. She was dead, and also I think all the eggs were also destroyed because of he was with his arrows he did something. He was hunting basically, and it is mentioned that he got a reaction for that. He was a hunter, so he got a reaction for that, for this sin, and that reaction and it is mentioned that there were 100 eggs. So the reaction how he got is that he got a human life later, and to get the human form, he took almost 100 years. 100, not 100 years, 100 lifetimes. You're getting, he was a hunter, he did a sin, and he just to get that position of a king or whatever, he took 100 years or 100 lives. Not only that, to even to get a son is also a blessing actually, and he got 100 sons also, right? So it is mentioned that he has taken thousands of lifetimes to get the position of Dhritarashtra, and once he got that, he had 100 sons, and all these 100 sons were killed in front of him in the battle, we know, right? And also because of that sin, I was mentioning that the birds were, the mother bird had lost the eyes, so he got that reaction, he was blind now. So what the point is that what he did, the sin he did is maybe 1,000 years back, approximately, or whatever years back, but he got the reaction later on, many years after, and like that. So it is mentioned that the reaction is going to come. The point is that anyway the reaction will chase us for sure. And so it is mentioned to get 100 sons, he had to take 100 lifetimes, because to get son is, or to get son is, we should have some pious credit, and it took many years for him to get 100 sons, and once he got, everybody was killed. So the reaction is going to come for any action we do. So we should always remember, whenever there are any reversals, we can remember that it's my own past karma. And there is Brahmaji in Bhagavatam 10th canto, he is reciting, he is chanting in the Brahma, when he is doing the prayers to Krishna, after just after Brahma Vimohan Leela, he is praying, he is glorifying Krishna, which is called as Brahma's prayers. So there he is glorifying Krishna. I mean, during that prayers he is reciting this beautiful verse where he says, Tattenu kampam susamikshamano bhunjana evatma kritam vibhagam hridvag vapupir vidadan namaste jive tayo mukti padesa dhayabak. So the verse says, Tatte anukampam susamikshamano bhunjana evatma kritam vibhagam, means one who is very patiently waiting for an opportunity to meet Krishna or to meet Krishna's devotees, or to come into the, patiently wait to get spiritually elevated and see Krishna, for example, to have darshan of Krishna, by going through what is Bhunjana evatma kritam. Atma kritam means our own reaction of karma. The karma we have done some karma, and we are getting the reaction for it. So reaction is also called as karma. So karma has different meanings. Karma in one context is the action we do, and karma in different context means the reaction also. So Atma Kritam means if we have done some action, there is going to be a reaction. So this verse says one who is tolerating all the reactions, all the reversals in their life, thinking that this is my own past, this is why I am suffering now is only because of my own past actions, that is why I am suffering, and tolerating that properly and with patience, tolerating it with patience. And such devotees, they are tolerating through the reversals, and they are dedicating their Hrid, Vag, Vapu. Vapu means body, Hrid is their heart or mind, and Vag is their words. So body, by using body, mind and words, they are offering obeisances to Krishna, they are doing Krishna consciousness, or they are doing devotional service. While they do devotional service, they are going through so many problems, and those problems they are tolerating patiently and expecting that there is going to be one day when I will be free from all this and I will be able to see Krishna. And Susamiksha Mano means with patience, eagerly waiting for that opportunity. Why we are so eagerly waiting for that opportunity to see Krishna. So during that journey, this devotee or the person is tolerating all the reversals, and using their body, mind and words in the service of Krishna. Such people or such devotees, Brahmaji says, Jiveta yo mukti padesa dayabak. See, such devotees are eligible for mukti, or such devotees are eligible to go back to Godhead. So going to the spiritual world, the requirement Brahmaji is saying that first is that we have to perform devotional service. We have to use our body, mind and words in the service of Krishna, first thing. And while we do that, because we are in the material world, we have to go through many things. We will be going through many reversals in our life, and this person. And so if we have to really go back to Krishna, then what we need to do is that with our body, mind and words, we have to do the devotional service, and tolerating all the reversals in our life, thinking that it is all because of my own past karma, and with patience and with determination, if we are performing the bhakti with our body, mind and words, tolerating the reversals, that person is eligible for mukti. See, that's the point. That's the Brahmaji's prize. So that's the first point regarding the tolerating the reversal. Now, going to the second point, we can remember that Krishna is giving me only token punishment if you are going through some reversals. So we can always remember that I deserve more problems than this. I have done so many sins. Of course, we may not be remembering all the sins we have done, but please have complete belief that we have done so many sins. Otherwise, we will not be staying back in this material world till now. We would have gone already to the spiritual world. Why we are here? Because we are not yet qualified. We are not yet qualified to go there. That is why we are here. That is the proof. So that means we have done so many unnecessary things. So we have done so many sins, no doubt about it. Nobody is perfect. Nobody is perfect. We would have broken all the regulatory principles. So we say there are 4 regulatory principles as per Shastra, as per Bhagavad. No meat eating. No meat eating includes fish also, whatever, eggs also. And second, sin. These are the 4 sins, by the way, or we can say 4 pillars of the 4 vices of breaking the dharma. So it is mentioned that dharma or dharma of this world or of this material world is having 4 legs. So dharma is the bull is representing dharma actually. There is a beautiful section in Bhagavad wherein bull comes as dharma personified, and and the cow is coming as Mother Earth. So Mother Earth is facing a lot of problems because the dharma, nobody is following the dharma. What is the meaning of dharma? Dharma means the natural occupational duty of a particular person or a particular thing, particular object. Let's take the example of sugar. What is the dharma of sugar? Dharma of sugar is to give sweetness. Dharma of sugar is to give sweetness. Dharma of salt is to give saltiness. Okay. So that is a natural tendency or natural function of that particular item, correct? That's the function of it. Naturally, sugar should give sweetness. Salt also should give saltiness. That's the natural position for that salt. Similarly, all of us, we are all Krishna's part and parcel. Our natural position or our natural duty is to serve Krishna because we are part and parcel of Krishna. We are Amsha of Krishna. Simple dharma. So that is dharma. So dharma for salt is giving saltiness. Dharma of sugar is to give sweetness. Dharma of a human being is to serve Krishna. Simple. That's our natural position. So the dharma is standing in 4 legs. So one is daya, is mercy, and one is shaucham, which is cleanliness. I will explain what it is. And third is, who can say? Yes, fast. Austerity. Yeah. Third is austerity. Austerity means tapasya. And fourth is truth. So there are 4 legs of dharma. One is mercy, second is truth, third is cleanliness, shaucham, and fourth is austerity. So as per Bhagavatam. And we can see all these 4 legs of dharma are broken except one leg which is not fully broken but it is shaking. For example, let's take the example of first leg. First leg is mercy. So mercy means having mercy towards all living beings. So that leg of dharma is already broken. That is why people are all eating lot of animals, killing the animals and eating. No? So all the daya part, mercy part has gone. So that is why one of the leg of dharma is completely lost. People are behind non-vegetarian. Killing of animals, slaughterhouses. What is this? All this culture broken the leg of dharma. So that is gone. That leg is already gone. Means the mercy or daya or mercy leg of dharma is already gone. Now coming to the second, which is austerity. Austerity means tapasya. Tapasya means taking some voluntarily taking some inconvenience. That means like doing some control of the senses. So austerities means, we are, for example, we are taking bath in a very cold morning, 2 degrees, for example, ice cold water. We are taking bath. That's an austerity actually, because we are we are voluntarily doing something, right? So doing something which is bringing us some inconvenience, but for a higher purpose. Because I want to take bath quickly, so that in cold water, so that my I will not feel sleepy if I am chanting the Krishna's name. If I want to sit and chant Krishna's name, if I am taking a cold bath, I will be fresh. So for a higher purpose, we are taking when we take some austerity or tapasya or some inconvenience we are bringing, that is called as austerity basically. In the summer, we are not using the air conditioning and fan in the summer. It's an austerity basically. For example, if you are going to a place of pilgrimage, and we want to get the darshan of, for example, Tirupati Balaji, just giving some example, okay. We are standing in the queue, or maybe Guruvayur temple. We have to stand in the queue in the previous night. Otherwise, we will not get darshan. Nirmalya, the morning darshan, when they open the temple at 3:30, if you want to be there, Nirmalyam, then we have to be in the line on the previous day, 7 o'clock evening, or maybe 6 o'clock in the evening for the next day darshan. It's an austerity, but there is a higher purpose. The purpose is that I want to have this Dharmalayam darshan of Krishna. So for higher purpose, we are taking some austerity, and there will not be fans sometimes. There will be mosquitoes. So we are using some chadar to, shoo away the mosquitoes. So we are, feeling sleepy, chanting for a long time, and drinking water, and so that we are awake. So we are taking some austerity. So, but should be a purpose. Austerities should be can be considered only if it is for a higher purpose. Otherwise, it is just simple waste of time. Okay, so austerity means basically controlling the senses and some. So that is what austerity means in one way, or having some inconvenience for a higher purpose. So the austerity leg of dharma is already gone. How it is that? Because of intoxication. Intoxication means drinking, smoking, whatever, tobacco, or I don't know, everything. All these are intoxications. So intoxication means anything we are getting addicted, which are called as intoxication. So all these intoxications broke the leg of austerity, of dharma. Or we can say tapasya leg has been already gone, because people are getting intoxicated by different ways. And one more thing to add on this is that intoxication even includes, as per the Shastras, as per the Vaishnava culture, even including tea and coffee. Because that is also an addiction. Some of us we have the habit of drinking tea and coffee. If you are not drinking on time, we may get headache. That shows that there is some addiction for it. And also, one more point we need to add here, we can remember, think about 70 years back. Just think about our grandmothers or grandfathers, or maybe one generation before grandmother or grandfather. There was no question of tea and coffee before the British came into India. Nobody was aware about tea and coffee. They were happy with the milk and so many other things. So tea, coffee, everything came later on. Yeah, and so the point is that it was not at all in the picture. It was not at all in our staple food, in the list of food items. 3 generations back, if you go. So what to speak of Vedic culture? So as per Vedic culture, such things are not there. Anyway, so that's the second. One more thing, this in the mercy part, non-vegetarian we mentioned, which includes also onion and garlic also. Because those are food which is giving us, which is considered to be in the Rajogun or Tamogun. And there is scientifically also there are reasons for onion and garlic, and scripturally also there are reasons, because it is, during the Mohini Murti, the Samudra Mandana Leela, when Mohini Murti was distributing the nectar to the Devatas, demons, the Rahu and Ketu, they disguised in the form of Devata, and they sat next to Surya and Chandradev, Suryadev and Chandradev, in the disguise of a demigod. And while Mohini Murti was distributing, she understood that these are demons, Rahu and Ketu, basically Rahu and Ketu disguised. Rahu and Ketu are demons basically, and understood that moment. So she was distributing them, because thinking that they were sitting in the line of the Devatas. So between moon and Surya, that's how we say, Rahu and Ketu will come, and as per astrological calculation also, there is something. So anyway, so what happened, Mohini Murti understood, and the moment the Sudarshana Chakra came and killed both. And it is mentioned there in the Shastras that the blood came out from this Rahu and Ketu, then which when it was touched into the ground, Mother Earth, then it became later on this onion and garlic, such kind of things actually. So basically, and because of that, it has got tamogun and rajogun, more mode of passion and ignorance in such food. So that is why Vaishnavas generally avoid that. So like that. So just giving that. Third is, so austerity gone, and this also, mercy also. Third is cleanliness. Cleanliness is nothing but shaucham. Cleanliness means the cleanliness of our body and cleanliness of our heart, both. That leg of dharma is already broken also. The reason is that how it is broken is because of this in what is that illegal relationships, or we can say illicit sex. People are attracted to opposite gender and going beyond the marital things and all, and what is happening in this world we know. So the entire leg of dharma, which is called as cleanliness, is also broken. And the last leg is, which is truth, the leg of truth, which is halfway now, because still there is some truth with some people are truthful, but not everybody. So it is mentioned that now, as per in the Kali Yuga, all the legs, 3 legs are broken completely, and the truth leg is like half shaking. It's shaking, it's not completely stable. So like that. So this is about dharma. Why we mentioned this is that we were talking about tolerating, right? So Krishna is giving only token punishment. So means we have done so many sins in our past lives, and we have broken all these 4 regulative principles. We are talking about these principles basically. The 4 regulative principles we have broken profusely in many lives. So if we see the actual reaction for that, we deserve definitely more punishments. So whenever any reversal comes in our life, we can remember that Krishna is very merciful and he is giving only me token punishment, or only token reaction I am getting. If actually I deserve more reaction, but Krishna is so merciful. Sometimes we say, right, like we say, if we are, if our fingers are cut, we may say, oh, something big would have actually, I think something big was supposed to happen, but Krishna is so merciful that it just became a finger cut, that's all. Maybe our hand, if there was a chance of completely moving or cutting the hand, the complete hand, but it did not happen. Only a small airline, what is that, small finger cut happened. So Krishna is merciful, and we sometimes say that also. It happens also, by the way, many times in our life we would have experienced that. Some big we were expecting, or it would have become disaster, but Krishna somehow mysteriously will take us, and maybe something will happen. What happened to Arjuna in battlefield of Kurukshetra, when Bhishma Dev was charging him like anything? Arjuna was not seeing the arrows that much faster. Bhishma Dev was really, Arjuna, he was not able to lift his bow and arrow that much. Bhishma Dev was in full power actually, and he put down his bow and arrow and said, Krishna, I am not able to see the arrows. I don't know what to do. Please tell me what to do. Krishna said, you stay somehow, stay, try to save yourself. What happened? One time, then one of the, I think that was from Karna or Bhishma. Yeah. So there was one arrow coming. So Krishna, what he did is that he just kicked the chariot down. So chariot went a few inches down. He kicked it. Inches down meant into the ground. It got into the ground actually, few inches, because of the kick of Krishna. Why he did is that because there was an arrow coming, and that arrow was going to hit Arjuna's neck, head. So when he did that, the arrow came and hit the crown of Arjuna. and the crown fell down. Crown actually was thrown away with that, with that power. And Arjuna started crying. Arjuna said, Krishna, my crown has gone. It's a very valuable crown. Somebody has gifted me, some demigod. I lost my crown. Krishna said, you would have lost your head. You are now lamenting for the crown. I just saved you. So be attentive. Then Krishna, this point is that sometimes in our life also, Krishna will mysteriously do something and make the problem small. So we can always remember, whenever we are getting reversal in our life, we can remember that Krishna is going only, this is only a token, or we can say a token reaction which I am getting. I deserve more problems, but he is giving only little, or I am going through only little because of the mercy of Krishna, in that way. So it's not that Krishna is forcefully giving us some problems. We are going through the problems because of our own past karma and because of the modes of material nature. We will discuss that in the future classes. And because of our own actions only things are coming. But Krishna is mercifully reducing the problems. That's the second point. Third point we can remember is that accept any circumstance in our life, in the sense reversals, we are talking about reversals, as Krishna's plan. In the sense, we should remember that without the sanction of Krishna, this will not happen in my life, for sure. This has happened by the permission of Krishna only. Or we can say that Krishna knew this. It's not that Krishna he is not aware about it, what is happening in our life. He knows everything. So any circumstance in our life, we can remember that this circumstance is Krishna's plan. And Krishna is teaching me, or he's through this plan, he's executing such plan, but it is for my good only. He's purifying me. What happened to Shukdev? What happened to Parikshit Maharaj? Parikshit Maharaj got cursed by a Brahmana boy. In 7 days you will die. Parikshit Maharaj did not retaliate for that. He could have counter cursed. He was very powerful. He did not do. He accepted that that's the will of Krishna. Accepted it completely. Chitraketu Maharaj, another beautiful story in Bhagavatam. He also got some curse. And he became a Asura, Vritarasura. He did not retaliate. He accepted the curse. Then same thing happened to Indradumna Maharaj, who became Gajendra later. He was cursed, but he accepted the curse respectfully and gone through the reaction. So the point is that we can always remember such great souls wherein when they went through all these tribulations, they have accepted it as Krishna's plan, thinking that this is for my own benefit, this is for my own purification. You know what happened? Indradumna Maharaj was a great yogi, and he was definitely a devotee, nice devotee, pure devotee, but it is mentioned that he would have taken 100 lifetimes or many lifetimes to go back to go to the spiritual world. But it all happened with that curse. Within one life, he cursed to become an elephant, and with the elephant body, Vishnu is coming and taking back to spiritual world. See? So that is a mercy. Similarly for Chitraketu Maharaj also, he became an Asura, he is also going back to Godhead. And Parikshit Maharaj, of course we know. Within 7 days, he is going to die. He knew that, and he left everything he left. He was the emperor of the entire world. He left everything. Just put one kaupina and went to the Ganges and sat in front of Shukadeva Goswami, and he was hearing Bhagavatam for 7 days without drinking water, without eating anything, and he went back to Godhead. He went to spiritual world after the 7 days. So reversals. So tolerating the reversals, understanding that it's Krishna's plan. This reversal is basically, so we can remember that Krishna is purifying me through this, in that way. Or Krishna, it's all happening because of the Krishna's, as per Krishna's plan. So I have to abide, I have to surrender to Krishna's plan. That's all. Fourth point is that consider that our reversal in our life as a blessing of Krishna. how blessing in the first, in the third point we said, as per Krishna's plan, we had to accept Krishna's plan. Fourth point, why mercy? We should remember, we can remember that this particular circumstance which I'm going through in my life, this reversal in my life, is need now at this moment in order to progress in my spiritual life, in order to completely depend upon Krishna, because I don't have anybody or anything else to depend on. I have only Krishna to depend. So this is the best circumstance for me. This is the best fortune. This problem in my life is a blessing because I am able to, or I am able to take shelter, complete shelter of Krishna because of that. So this Krishna, and take that opportune moment to take, understand that it's an opportunity for us to take complete shelter of Krishna. So likewise, so like that. So these 4 points we can remember always. It's difficult to practice it or follow, maybe it takes some time for us. Meditate on such, we can try to remind, not when we are going through the problems. Now when we are here, when there are no much problems, we can remember now also. When we remember and we analyze it, that into our consciousness, then what will happen when we are going through reversals? This will come as a remembrance. It's not that we will, okay, I will remember all these 4 points when a problem comes in my life. Not in way. So whatever we study in Bhagavatam, whatever we study in Bhagavad Gita, that we should internalize it. And then when we internalize it, when we contemplate on that, then whenever it is required, it will come out automatically. Krishna will help us in that way. So like that. So these are some of the points our Acharyas mentions, how to deal with the reversals. And always remember that Krishna is not like a not like a judge. He's not like a judge. He is like a doctor. He is not, sitting there and, giving some punishment. No, he is like a doctor. So what is doctor doing? Doctor will use the knife. That knife he is using to maybe doing some surgery and save the patient, not to kill. Because that surgery is required during that time. Otherwise, that person is going through some problems, and if we don't do the surgery, then it's not good for that patient. So for that patient, surgery is required, and he is using that knife to do that. So that is what Krishna is also doing. We need such surgeries at this moment so that we become purified. We become more and more closer to Krishna. So this is how we should remember. It's not that he is sitting there and giving so many punishment, like a judge saying that sentence punishment for this person. Do this, kill him. Not like that. He is acting like a doctor. Very, very merciful doctor. Okay, so it's already 10 o'clock. I did not realize it. So these are some of the points on the reversal. We did not go into the verses today. Probably Krishna willing, next week we can continue with the 14th, 15th, 16th verse. So these are some of the points we can always remember, we can meditate upon. Okay, thank you so much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Gaura Premanand.